Hello, welcome to Just Prime, and as part of this video we are going to understand another concept called access modifiers. And access modifiers is one of the very important concept which will create a security for the class members, like variables and methods what we are trying to create, right? And many people used to think like these access modifiers are very difficult and very difficult to understand, but it's not the case actually. And as part of this video we are trying to make these access modifiers like as simple as possible. And as part of this video we are trying to understand why we need access modifiers, and what are the different types of access modifiers available, and how to use these access modifiers with some of the examples, right? So these are the things we are going to understand as part of this video. And before moving to further, basically to understand this access modifiers, basically you should know like how to create an object and what is the inheritance in as part of the OOPS concept we have discussed it. In case if you have not seen my videos like object creation and inheritance and all, I will recommend you to go and visit that concept first, then you can come back to this video, then you can able to understand it, else it will create a confusion for you. So that's one of my request, right? Okay, without wasting time, let's jump into the main things what we supposed to discuss. So like first thing, like I said, right, so why we need these access modifiers, right? So basically whenever we are trying to create a members of a class like variables and methods, right, so we need to provide some kind of security. We cannot leave just like that. Anybody can access and anybody can modify the data, right? So it's a security vulnerabilities, right? So to avoid these kind of issues, so we have a set of access specifiers which I can show you in next minute. So by using this access modifiers, we can able to provide some sort of security levels, like which who can access, where can access, how to access it. So these kind of things we can able to add it by using this access modifiers, right? And I will show you now quickly what are the different types of access modifiers available. And if you see here, right, so basically we have four types of access modifiers available, like public, private, default, and protected. So these are the four different types of access modifiers available, and these you can use it for your class, methods, and variables. So you can apply all these four types to your class, members of your class, like variables or methods, right? So these are the different types, and we are going to discuss each access modifier, like so how to use it and what is the access level. Like I said, the main purpose of this access modifiers is access level. So how we are going to provide the security, like where this can be accessed, where these variables cannot be accessed. So that's the main usages of this access modifiers. And we are trying to create a simple program, so from that program we can able to understand it. Okay, and let me open my Eclipse, then we can able to understand it by writing a simple program. I'm just going to create a simple Java project. Okay, this is a Java project I'm just creating. It's a very simple one. So basically I had given the project name is access underscore modifiers, and finish it. Don't create. No. Okay, our project is ready. Insert our project. So what I'm trying to do here, right, so I'm trying to create two different packages. Like I said, right, to understand this access modifiers, you should know how to create an object, you should know the inheritance, and you should know the package concept. So these three things we have already discussed it. So I'm just trying to create two different set of packages. Right click and then go to package. So here I'm going to create com.p1. This is one of the package. Finish it. And I'm going to create another package called com.p2. So just to make it understanding very easy, I'm just giving the package name is comp1, comp2. So these are the two different packages which we are trying to use it, and we are trying to create classes under this one, right? Okay, So we have packages already, and if you go back to our access modifiers, we have totally four access modifiers, and first one is public. If you see the public, so how to use it? So you can use this public for variables, methods and classes as well. So let me create a simple class. I'm trying to create a class called a. So it's a simple class. I'm creating a and finish it, right? So this is the class, and if you see, right, so you can apply over here, or you can create integer x equal to 10. So you can apply, so here as well, public. And similarly you can apply, or you can write public void print number. So you can apply everywhere. You can apply for, so you can apply this public for class, for variables and methods as well. So similarly, every variable you can apply, every not variable, every access modifiers you can apply for class, variables and methods, right? So that we have discussed it. And let's see, like I said, it's a public, so this can be accessed everywhere. You can access within the class, and same package of subclass, and same package by creating an object, or the similar way different package. So this is the wider access is available. So whenever you are declaring a variable or class public, so this you will get, anybody can able to access from anywhere, right? If you have that kind of scenarios, you can go for public. So it means, so I create a variable over here x as a public. Similarly, I am just trying to create another class in a different package. Assume this is b. Say for instance, so in this class, if you want to create a simple method in a different package and different class, so I'm just creating it. So here also you can able to access it, right? So how many ways you can able to access the variable? You can create an object, or you can extend the class, right? So what I'm trying to do over here, so I'm trying to create an object over here for a class. So this a class is not available in P2 package, so we have to import it. So you just right click, import it. So you can able to see now import com p1e. So how to access the variable, right? ob.x. So if you see here, right, so you can able to access the, you can able to access the x outside of your package by creating an object. So this is the one of the wider access specifier public. So you can able to access within the package as well as outside of the package. So the variable is declared inside the p1, inside a, and the same thing I can able to access outside of the package and outside of the class. So this is the one of the wider level access public, right? And similarly you can able to create subclass within the package, or other packages you can able to access it. And this is the wider access level, right? And the next one you can see over here, private, right? So the private is having very limited access, right? Like you can able to access only within the class. You cannot access outside of the class anywhere. You cannot access outside of the class as well as outside of the package. So this is very limited access. So if you have a scenario such a way that outside of the class members cannot access the your modifiers, your members, so then you can make this as a private. So you can apply this one for your class members as well as your class. Like class means you can apply for constructor, your methods, variables as well, right? And now let me go to this class, and if I declare this one as a private, what will happen? I just modified this variable as a private, and you can come back here. If you see here, there is an error here. If you read very carefully, and what it's saying, the field a dot x is not visible. So that means the x cannot access outside of the package or class. and you can able to access only within the class. So how to access it? You can create an object and you can directly print it, right? So you can able to access. So it's so in this print number method you are not getting any error. So that means the access range is very limited and which is within the class only. So that's what you can see over here. So this can be accessed only within the class only. You cannot access anywhere. So here you need to keep one point in your mind. So at any time you cannot keep this private for your class. Say for instance, if you keep private here, then you cannot create an object. So that means you cannot create an object outside of your package. So you cannot import itself. So then there is no meaning of that class, right? So this private cannot be applied for class. There is exceptional case you can apply this private for inner class. If there is any class available within the class, then you can apply it. But generally you cannot apply for outer classes. So this is one of the rule we have to keep in our mind whenever we are trying to use private access specifier. So this is having very limited access level. I think that's all about private. And if you see the next access specifier is default, right? So the default access specifier access level is only within the package. So within the package meaning you can create an object or you can create a subclass, you can able to access it. And if outside of the package you cannot access by creating the object or by extending the class as well, and we are trying to see that one, right? Let me make this as default. So default means there is no keyword called default if you are not specifying any access specifier. If you are not specifying any access specifier, that means this is a default. See, so in this case it's a default. So let me come back here and in a different package and make this as a public. So that way I can able to test it out. So now class I can able to access, it's a public, and object also I can able to create it, but I am not able to access the default access specifier outside of the package, right? So within the package I can able to access it, but outside the package I am not able to access the X. If we keep over here, it's saying it's not visible. So that means there is no access level outside of the package for a default access members. So this is the third access pair, and which is having lesser access level compared to private. So only within the package you can able to access by creating the object or by extending the class, right? And the last one, it's a protected. So protected is a keyword and you can use it, you can write, you have to keep the protected keyword in front of the members. So let me keep over here protected, right? So I kept here protected and I can able to access within the class and within the package, there is no issue. And the protected access level is only by extending the class you can able to access from outside of the package. So right, if you see here, right, so this is the where you can able to access only by extending or by creating the subclass. See here, I was just trying to create an object, but I was not able to access it. The X. So the another way to access it, you just extend the class A and import it, and instead of calling from object, you just try to directly access it. So remove the object and let's see. So now there is no error over here. So that means the protected variable can be accessed from the surplus of any package, right? So this is the access level. So the protected can be accessed from the surplus of any package. It doesn't matter if the same package or different package. So this is about protected access specifier, and this can be used for class, constructor, methods, variables as well. I think we discussed about in our four types of access specifiers and their access levels and their examples. I think that's all about this video, and if you like the video, you can click the like button and subscribe the channel for more subsequent videos. And thanks for your time.